Hi there, it's Amy D with Amy D Coaching, and today I want to answer a question that gets asked a lot, particularly if you're a brand new broker. I teach the new licensing class, and I've taught hundreds of people, so they could get their license. So I get this question a lot, which is how long does it really take? And I always tell people you should have at least 6 to 9 months of reserves. And, some of these overly ambitious people, or not even just ambitious and highly driven, people, I'll be, much quicker than that. And I really want to caution you, the 6 to 9 months, like I am talking about someone who is, if you've got what it takes, if you're ambitious, if you're driven, if you're really on the fast track, that the 6 to 9 months is what you can expect. Because here's the thing for those of you who are like, oh, I'm going to just crush it right out of the gate. Here is like insanely fast would be you got your license today and your first buyer is in your car tomorrow. I mean, that would be, I don't even know how that would happen. Maybe your mom has been waiting to buy a house, waiting for you to get licensed. It's like, that's how insanely fast that is. So we're not even in the realm of reality when we're talking about that. So finds a house next weekend, you write an offer, and they don't get it, because that is the reality that, at least in the Pacific Northwest, is the reality. You can expect to write 3 or 4 offers. So you've got a highly motivated buyer who's writing offers right away. You're looking at 2 to 3 weeks before they're actually in contract. So from that point, you're looking at 30 to 45 days if they've got great credit and are working with a great lender. And again, we're really on the fast track here. So by the time that 45 days has elapsed, and you're already 2 months in before, and that is absolute fast track before that first check comes in. Now your first paycheck, if you're moving that quickly and you actually got it done, you're probably working with a mentor, and you're going to have to split your check with them probably 50-50. And so and then out of your 50%, 25% or 35% or 40% of that check is going to go to your brokerage, whatever your brokerage split is. And then of whatever's left over is going to have to go to pay yourself back for your licensing, your class, all the money that you spent to get this far. So at the end of it, you're really not left with much of anything. So when I say 6 to 9 months, that really is for that overly ambitious person that gets a buyer right away. A realistic, like when I think right away, it's within your first 30 days. So now I'm going to kind of walk you through what's a more normal. And again, this is normal for somebody who's driven, somebody who's signed up for the course, someone who is working their database, someone who's working a minimum of 8 hours every day and doing open houses every weekend. You can expect to attract your first client within, I'd say, the first 30 days of getting your license. So from that point, if you've gotten some really well-qualified, highly motivated buyers, within the next 30 days, you can expect to have them in contract. And then you're 30 to 45 days out from that. And so that right there is 3.5 months before your first paycheck comes in. But that first paycheck gets split a whole bunch of different ways and really is like your reimbursement check. So hopefully by the time that check comes in, you've also got a couple more buyers that you're actually working with, so you're not starting the clock over. Most new brokers, they actually are starting. So from that check, now it's another 30 days before the next person is in their car. A huge part of what, if you sign up for my course, a huge part of what I teach is so that by the time that first check comes in, you've got 2 or 3 highly motivated buyers. So you're already writing another offer or maybe have something else in escrow. That's how by the end of 6 to 9 months, you start having an income, not a paycheck, but an actual income, right? So at the end of 9 months to a year, you should have a pipeline, a flow, a good idea of what's coming in, and you start to have some systems and some momentum going. So when we say 6 to 9 months, that's for the that's for the average person who's motivated. Now, somebody who's just kind of sticking their toe in the water, or like, I'm going to keep my part-time job and just do this part-time. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but you're looking at 2 to 5 years, if ever, really. So It all depends on you and what you're willing to put into it. But have 6 to 9 months of reserves that you can be living on, and have a spouse that has a clear understanding of these expectations, that you're really not bringing anything in the beginning. But at the end of that, I mean, you've got a healthy limit with income with sky's the limit. No, I mean, it will be well worth the wait. Trust me.